morning, folks. It is 9:07 on Friday, June 21st, 2024. I'm blessed because I have the day off. We had a slow Friday, and the boss let me take some part-time off, and we're going to enjoy today. I think it's going to be hot as hell, but we're just going to relax. The subject of this video is why I will never be taking creatine until they can tell me where it comes from. I did try to source some American-made creatine. Unfortunately, I can't show you the product, but I do want to show you what's on the outside of the product. See if I can get this in here where you can read this. So this says made in the USA, and right in here in the little, it shows, if you notice the way it's printed, made in the USA is bright, the American flag is bright, but the little writing down here is not very bright. Now, I shot 2 other videos about this. One was a funny video. This says, down here it says, with ingredients sourced worldwide. With ingredients sourced worldwide. So, I'm going to let you fill in that blank. I'm going to let you fill that blank in. And in my first video about creatine, I said I would never take any substance, any powder that came from communist China. And what I've been looking at in this creatine thing, everything leads back to communist China. I even watched a video of a factory in England that repackages these 2 chemicals, and they had a guy who was working with the bags with no gloves on. The comments were priceless about that, you know, but the guy bare hand touching the stuff coming down the assembly line with no gloves on. But the bottom line is, I can't guarantee for my own well-being where that's coming from. I thought that made in USA meant something, but apparently it doesn't. So you can get creatine from meats. You can get, especially wild meats. They say that wild meats are higher in creatine than regular meats. You can get it from fish. You can get it from chicken. You can get it. Now, you're not going to get buried in it. But maybe that's the way God intended it to happen. So I'm not going to be taking creatine. Like I said, I shot 2 other videos. I had a half-hour video where I took my first dose of creatine, and that's where I saw that little note underneath the Made in USA. And man, my head's been going, spinning in circles all night about that. Because when you say Made in USA, but then you say from ingredients sourced worldwide, how can that be made in the USA? Anyway, I'm going to delete any references to this particular company in my comments that I made. And I will not be taking creatine until a company comes forward that shows me the chemical company where you made your creatine from, and that it was in the United States. That your product is 100% made in the United States. Not from 2 chemicals that come from communist China and you combine them into a plastic bucket here. So, I'm just disappointed. And this is kind of a, you know, a shout out to anybody who wants to contradict me. The comments will stay open, and you can give me the name of 100% American manufacturer of creatine, or maybe you can't. But even then, I'd have to check it out because, like I said, I'm pretty healthy right now. And the reason is because, first off, God has blessed me. But secondly, because I've stayed active my whole life. I will stay active my whole life. I will always have a job. I will always be working. I'll always be moving. Today, I'm going to get out here and do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. But in the middle of that, I also eat a variety of foods. I try to limit my ingestion of alcohol. And I'm looking forward towards, I do a workout every day, and I try to take care of myself. So I'm not ingesting anything that I don't know where it comes from. Especially from a country that hates our guts. Now, the Chinese don't hate our guts. The Chinese people don't hate our guts. They're trying to do the same thing we do every day. They're trying to feed their families and make a living. But the communist Chinese government, oh, they hate our guts. They hate our guts because we're free, you know. And they'll do anything they can to hurt us. They just will. So, and as far as our own government protecting us, please don't be that stupid. You should know that governments protect governments. They always have, they always will. That's what our founding fathers knew when they set up the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And governments have protected governments since there were Romans. Governments have protected governments since the Chinese were the wonderful, brilliant Chinese of 3,000 years ago. You know, when they were dynasties, you know. Governments always protect governments. So don't expect the government to protect you. You got to protect you. And to protect myself, because I don't know where this creatine's coming from or what's in it, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to listen to all the bullshit. It's so perfect. It's the most researched thing ever. Okay. So, why the big secret about where it's coming from? You know? Why the big secret of having to deflect that, you know, there's a lot of information you're not giving us. So, in that construct, I can't participate. So, here's what I got for your creatine right here. There's your creatine. Creatine that! I'm going to go have me some bacon and eggs and grits and toast and maybe some home fries. I think I can get there. I can go by the bank, get me a little bit of money so I can give the girl a tip. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. God bless you. You know God's right next to you if you need some help. All you got to do is ask. And the help might not arrive in the way you think, but God doesn't work in the ways that you can ever imagine. He works in wonderful ways, in smart ways, and just incredible ways. So have a wonderful Friday and a weekend, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.